Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. In today's lesson, we're going to be practicing analysis with the decibel scale. Please remember to pause or rewind the video as you need to. Please have your calculator ready so that you can perform any calculations necessary. Read along with me, please. It tells us the loudness of sound is measured in decibels. Now, the abbreviation or the unit for decibels is a lowercase d and an uppercase b. dB is how we will write decibel. Most sounds fall between 0 and 100 on the decibel scale, making it very convenient to understand and use. Each increase of 20 decibels will double the loudness of the sound. Okay, so twice the loudness, 2 times the loudness, equals a change in 20 decibels, either higher or lower. Okay, so 2 times louder, 20 decibels higher. Half as loud, 20 decibels lower. And you can see the chart listed here to help you with some of the common noises that you might hear. A quiet whisper 3 feet away, background noise in a house, an ordinary conversation, city traffic, a jackhammer up to 10 feet away, listening to headphones at maximum volume, being at front row in a rock concert, or the threshold of pain from loudness. So the threshold means that's the kind of the maximum amount of noise intensity that you're going to be able to withstand without it being painful. Okay, so if we look at the example, it says how many decibels would a sound have if its loudness was twice that of city traffic? Okay, well, city traffic is 70 decibels from the chart. So we know that every 20 decibel increase will make it twice as loud. So if city traffic is 70 decibels, you have to add 20 more decibels to be twice as loud. And so 90 decibels would be twice as loud as city traffic. Let's take a look at these next 5 examples here so that we can see how to analyze sound intensity. Number 1, how many times louder than a jackhammer does front row of a rock concert sound? Okay, so let's go to the chart. A jackhammer is at about 90 decibels, right? Front row of a rock concert is at about 110. And so you can see that 110 is, so if I go 110 decibels minus 90 decibels, that is 20 decibels. That's a 20 decibel difference. So what that means is a rock concert is twice as loud. Remember, every 20 decibels we increase is going to factor into twice as loud of a sound. How many decibels would you hear in a room that sounds twice as loud as the average of 35 decibels? So twice as loud would be plus 20 decibels, right? Okay, so we're given 35 decibels. We have to add the 20 decibels to account for being twice as loud, and that would, of course, put it at 55 decibels. Okay, so we would be hearing an intensity. So if we're in a room that's twice as loud as we're sitting in, right, we'd be exposed to 55 decibels of sound intensity. All right, number 3, we have our headphones turned all the way up. Well, headphones turned all the way up, that would be 100 decibels. So that's where we are, about 100 decibels. If you wanted to listen to the sound half as loud, to what decibel level would the music be set? Well, now you're going in the opposite way. To be twice as loud, we increase by 20 decibels. To be half as loud, we decrease by 20 decibels. So we would go 100 decibels minus the 20 decibels, and that would tell you we'd have a sound that's half as loud. We would have it set to 80 decibels. All right, what if you want it set to 1/4 as loud? Well, 1/4 is half of a half. So that means we're going to take our 80 decibels and we're going to subtract 20 more. And you can see a quarter of the loudness, the sound intensity would be at 60 decibels. Number 4, how many times louder than city traffic is the front row of a rock concert sound? Okay, well, city traffic is at 70 decibels, okay? A front row of a rock concert is at 110. So if I take 110 decibels minus 70 decibels, you can see I've got 40 decibels. Okay, so now what does that mean? What does 40 decibels mean? Well, every 20 decibels we increase would be 2 times as loud. So 40 decibels would be 4 times louder. Sitting in the front row of a rock concert would be 4 times louder than city traffic. All right, number 5. When you whisper, you produce a 10 decibel sound, very soft. When you speak quietly, your voice is twice as loud as a whisper. So how many decibels is this? Well, we will take our 10 decibel sound and we will add, because we're talking twice as loud, we will add 20 decibels. And so speaking quietly would be a sound intensity of about 30 decibels. Okay, when you speak normally, your voice is 4 times as loud as a whisper. Well, 4 times is double of a double, meaning it's 10 decibels plus 40, or we can look at it as 30 decibels plus another 20. We could do it that way too. In which case, we're talking 50 decibels for normal speaking. Then finally, when you yell, you're 8 times louder than a whisper. So 8 times would be double 4 times. So if I take the 50 decibel sound that we have with normal speaking and I double it, that would be 8 times louder than a whisper. In which case, we're talking 70 decibels. I hope you found this video tutorial to be helpful. Please remember to pause or rewind again as you need to. See you next time.